Yo, how you guys doing today? Hopefully great. So yesterday I watched this fun movie, An Eye for an Eye, The Blind Swordsman, and oh my god, I watched these other movies too. They were that's a story for another stream. We're going to talk about this one. We're talking about Eye for an Eye. So I'm going to read my review, and then I've got some fun movies to talk about that I think you'll enjoy if this review is appealing to you. So, Eye for an Eye, The Blind Swordsman is really quite solid in an interchangeable way. We've got a wuxia here with a disabled character, a la the one-armed swordsman, or more specifically, Zatoichi. Our guy is blind and can beat up everybody, leading him to the big bad in the end, who he swiftly beats up. Spoiler alert. The fact is, we've all seen this before, unless you've never seen a wuxia. Unless you've never seen an action movie. Unless you've never seen a movie at all. Shout out to you if this is your first movie ever. They're awesome and you should keep watching them. Even the interchangeable ones like this particular experience. Since early 2002, I've been rocking a bar which happens to have an old school arcade games in it called House of Targ here in Ottawa. Now, I haven't been playing video games when I'm not there, but when I am there, it is a novel experience. As great as it is, though, and perhaps since my mind isn't used to it, after a while, the games get boring. That is like my experience with An Eye for an Eye. I do appreciate it for what it is. For its generic quality, it's just a dullard to other things by comparison. So yeah, it's not the best wuxia of all time, but it's not so bad. It's a way to kill some time. So if you're looking for something that's not particularly remarkable, but is not particularly bad either, just kind of the thing. This is worth a watch. Maybe give it a stream on Hayat TV first, and before deciding you want to, pull the trigger, as they say, unknowingly. When people buy Blu-rays, say I pull the trigger, and I'm guilty of doing that too. I just learned that people find that annoying. People find it cringe. I just learned that this week. So I am refraining from that, but I'm using it in a meta sense. So, don't at me. So, I have 4 more recommendations. So I mentioned Zatoichi. This is the remake with Takeshi Kitano. And this one's really good. The other ones are fine, but this one's really good. And I included it in the recommended interchangeable wuxia films. Well, it's not a wuxia, it's a chambra, but that's okay. It's Japanese, it's Asian action flick. And I mentioned Zatoichi in my review, so in another review I mentioned Zatoichi as well, but I think I compared it to the earlier Zatoichi films, like the black and white first 2 ones from the early 60s. I might have. I don't really remember what I said about that series, but this is the Takeshi Kitano remake, the Beat Takashi remake, and it's really fun. I saw it over 10 years ago. I remember when it came out, though. I was just sort of just getting into cinephilia, and it wasn't. It was on my radar, but not on my. On the outer layers of the radar. It wasn't. I didn't know stuff. I didn't know enough things. I was learning. That's okay. So, hopefully you enjoyed my shout out to the person who's watching Eye for an Eye, and it is their first movie ever. Who knows if that's the situation, but I thought that was kind of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed my fun review there. Nothing too serious, hopefully, for you. Anyways, this is the blind traveler Zatoichi is a master swordsman and masseur, right? With a fondness for gambling on dice games. When he arrives in a village torn apart by warring gangs, he sets out to protect the townspeople. But given that it's Takeshi Kitano, it's very experimental, very meta, very cool, very well executed, very bloody, much more bloody than the Shintaro Katsu incarnation. The real swag. Because this is just a one-off. Katsu did 26 movies and a show. I don't know how many seasons, but that's so much content. Takeshi Kitano, one and done. And I also think this is the stream to mention the 2021 Mortal Kombat remake, which is a movie I saw earlier this year, and I thought it was fun. It was on Netflix. I started watching it, and then somebody said, "Oh, you should come out." I said, "Okay, cool. I'm just watching this stupid movie. I'll just finish it tomorrow." And then I came over and said, "Oh my god, you should see the stupid movie, the Mortal Kombat remake." But then the next day, I started at maybe the half-hour mark and finished it off. I thought it was so much fun in a very interchangeable way. Since I had adjusted my expectations to think that it would kind of suck, it actually was kind of fun. And that's fun sometimes, you know. I don't want movies to reinvent the wheel every time. First of all, they won't, and you'll just be disappointed if that's what you're looking for. But, so, it's fun to kind of kick back, just enjoy something sort of subpar, I guess. Washed up MMA fighter Cole Yun, unaware of his heritage and haunted by Emperor Shang Tsung's best warrior Sub-Zero, seeks out and trains with Earth's greatest champions as he prepares to stand against the enemies of the Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. My biggest criticism is they make Goro, the big forearm dude, they make him look too much like Mark Ruffalo's incarnation of the Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I did not like that very much. Otherwise, it was an okay. It was a pretty fun movie. It was a really fun movie. It was a hokey movie. It was a stupid movie, but it was a fun movie. So, am I going to watch it again? Probably not. But should you watch it once if you like silly action movies? Yeah. Hopefully it's still on Netflix and you can do that. Then there's this film, which I can't really get into detail. I know that it kind of fits this bill, though. That's something I sort of forgot about it. But it is Jet Li, and it's a 90s jam. It's Chinese. So Sue escapes from a super soldier project and plans to lead a peaceful life. However, when his former comrades go on a violent crime spree, he takes it upon himself to end their reign of terror. Yeah. And there's somebody who I interviewed who's in this movie, but it could be just a very peripheral role. Oh, it's going to annoy me, though. No. And I forget the guy's name. Scott Adkins. That's his name. And he's really cool. He's in John Wick 4. He's in various things. He's in lots of things. Let's see his name here. Could be mistaken. I also remember that there was this cool like DJ Premier beat that they snuck into this movie. And it's not even like a big moment, and nobody really even talks about it. But I remember that being cool. And speaking of hip-hop, definitely check out the song Eye for an Eye. Eye for Eye. Or what is it? I saw, yeah, Eye for Eye. Your beef is mine. Eye for Eye. No, it's Eye for an Eye. What is this poop? Google making rappers look stupid. Eye for Eye. Is that what it's really called? Eye for an Eye. Here we go. Eye for Eye. You're making these people sound illiterate. They're making it sound like if you use Ebonics, you're just mentally challenged. It's Eye for an Eye. No. Google is wrong. Google is wrong. Anyways, listen to that song. It's phenomenal. You should just listen to it. And then this is my final interchangeable wuxia or Asian action movie recommendation, because I did sneak in Zatoichi. It is the first and second, or one of two Once Upon a Time in China films, which do not star Jet Li. So Wan Fei Hung is played by someone else. Jet Li did 1 to 3, and then he did Once Upon a Time in China and America after the 5th one, so that's basically the 6th installment. And it's a fun one too. But and it could be included in this list, but it's kind of like a Western, I don't know. I like the fourth one and the fifth one. It's just so bizarre that Jet Li's not in it. Whenever you recast, kind of throws you out of things. But Jet Li was ready to walk away from the series, but then he realized that in the fourth and fifth one, that's pretty good. I don't think Shu Hark directed this one. So One Fei Hun must deal with foreign threats, as always, and nationalist Red Lantern Society in this continuation of the popular Kung Fu series. Yeah. And, yeah, directed by Yun Meng, 93. So, yeah, I gave you the Zatoichi movie to check out, which is from 2003, the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021, and then two 90s jams, and that is your mission for the day, to watch those 4 or 5 films, because you will have had a fun day. Maybe drink alcohol the entire day. Drink cider, or no, what is it? Radlers, when it's like 2 point. It's not like 2%, but it's a low percentage. Drink Radlers all day and watch those 5 movies. That's it. I'm done. Peace.